necessarily one that's going to blow you away or run you over or used in war and battle. And oddly, not the most horrifying name for a horror movie, but we'll go with it. um, yeah, we've seen worse, I guess. The tank. So, what is the tank about? This is one that I kind of stumbled upon and was just like, I'm here, I see it, click play, and let's see what happens. So, zero to no expectations here. Um, and I don't know how much you guys know about it, but let's jump into this together, starting with the IMDb plot. After mysteriously inheriting an abandoned coastal property, Ben and his family accidentally unleash an ancient, long dormant creature that terrorized the entire region, including his own ancestors for generations. Ooh, he should have known more about his family history before he did that. Oh, God. Okay. So, yeah, we have a family here, father, mother, daughter, who moves into this house. Um, Kind of undecided what they're going to do with it. Are they going to really live there? Are they going to sell it? What are they going to do? They begin going through it, fixing it up, organizing, and so forth. Some of the stuff that you would do once you inherited a house, especially one that no one has apparently been in for a while. And Ben starts going around and fixing things, and the wife is organizing and fixing things as well, and just kind of getting settled in here. It's a nice looking house. It's by some water. I believe it's a lake, or kind of like a inland or something. I don't know what you want to call it. It has a small maybe beach or so forth. There, seems all nice, and hey, only good stuff can happen here. But no good stuff is going to happen here. Apparently, there's a underwater opening, a tank there is to kind of crawl through. I believe they kind of explained what it was used for, maybe as a water source or so forth for the house. Um, but as they kind of start messing with that, and Ben kind of investigates that, and messes with other things in the house, obviously mentioned there a creature appears. So I, again, knowing nothing about this movie, and now you know a little bit about this movie, from the IMDb plot, which I did not read before. I had no idea what's going to happen here. Um, didn't know there was going to be a ghost or something else happening here. But it ends up being, I guess you want to call it, a creature feature here. A creature is going to be unleashed. Um, they're going to kind of keep it hidden from you. It is going to, I believe, kills at least one person. That is obviously not the main people here before it really goes after them. Um, don't remember if they killed two people or not, or more. Um, but you're really not going to know too much about what it is exactly. Even once it is revealed and you actually get a good look at it, you may never really know what it is, but that doesn't matter. It is a creature, and that's all you need to know. Um, it is, yeah, it's going to wreak havoc, and I think probably the main reason why I bringing this movie and even talking about it, um, is because of the creature. I thought it was pretty nasty, and I thought they did a pretty good job with it. They give you some good scenes, some intense scenes. He is going to come after the family eventually. Eventually, they're going to find out enough about what has happened in this house, what has happened in the past in this house, and basically why no one has lived there for a long time. Sometimes if a house has been abandoned for a long time, maybe there's a good reason for it. It wasn't because it was in a bad neighborhood or cost too much. Maybe it is because it has some secrets. We've seen that before. Some usually a ghost, a haunting, but not this time. This time we obviously have a creature here. And, I think at the end of the day, the mother and father here do everything they can to protect the daughter here. Um, it's going to get a little wild. It's going to get a little crazy. Um, you will, it's not one of those creature features where the creature's always in the background, and kind of how this one kind of starts when it kind of gets introduced. You don't really get to see it, but something's there. You're really not sure, what it can do, where it can go. I was thinking that maybe it was just going to be confined to the tank, but you'll soon find out that no, it is free to roam, and will come out and will come after this family over and over again once the ball gets rolling. So yeah, it's gonna introduce you to the family and kind of give you a few of the secrets. Um, it's gonna be kind of an odd thing. To be like, oh, what's with this tang? Why is this here, and so forth. Until you find out, yeah, there's a creature down there, and it is coming for you. So it will get intense. It will get crazy. I liked the creature. He was pretty ugly, nasty sucker there, and puts up a good fight with the family. So while it might take a while, I think it will finally get there. And just kind of quickly looking here. Oh well, not very good here. I mention it sometimes. I don't know how many of you guys check out the IMDb ratings here. 4.6 out of 10, but that's only out of about 643, I guess, reviews or whatever you want to call it, ratings. So not a lot, but I guess, not high hopes, I guess, whatever. Just throwing it out there, one thing, I know a lot of people go with this. And I know you see a lot of times with the advertisement, Rotten Tomatoes and what they gave and so forth. That honestly, I barely ever looked at Rotten Tomatoes. I just and I typically don't look too much at IMDb scores before. As you can tell, I'm just looking at it now. I just watch horror because I like horror, and I see a lot of bad horror, and maybe I should look at them before, but I just don't. So yeah, so take that for what it is, how trustworthy you are of the IMDb scores or not. I was it the most amazing creature movie ever? No, of course not. But I thought it was not a painful watch. I thought it was well done. I liked the creature. The acting wasn't bad. I thought it was good enough. Again, seen worse. I seemed to be done on a budget that was made this a well done movie. I just say that because I've watched some stuff on Amazon lately that I'm not going to be reviewing, and just because it was painful. It was painful, and I don't like to jump on here and rip movies apart. I mean, especially when you can tell that they're maybe a lower budget, or maybe the actors aren't that great. Um, yeah, I've done that at times. I'm not going to say I've never done that. There are movies that have annoyed me and whatever, and I felt that I needed to go after it for whatever reason and so forth. But some of those movies that I've tried to watch on Amazon, I've either stopped or just stopped and ignored them and let them play and whatever. Sometimes good ideas, but the budget didn't allow for better actors, and the budget didn't allow for better scenes and so forth, and to put it together. So the idea kind of fails because it's just that. But that's also a part of indie horrors. Sometimes you get what you can pay for, and you get what you can do. No fault of those involved. A good idea is a good idea, and it may be a good story. Just didn't work out because of one of these reasons. So, I thought it was as solid as can be. It was definitely better than some of that other stuff I watched. But obviously, like I said, I don't know much about it. I don't know, the marketing behind it or where it kind of came from. I just kind of stumbled upon it. I was like, okay, I'll watch it. So, if you stumble upon it and you're interested in watching a creature terrorize some people, I say go for it. Why not? Again, you have to deal with a little bit of the slowness in the beginning of setting things up, but I think once the creature comes, I think it's as good as another average creature movie. Obviously you have some really good ones, and this is okay. So with that, I'm gonna give it 3 pools of blood. Why not? I liked the creature, and just like when I reviewed from Black, which was a horrible review in my part, but I enjoyed the spirit or whatever there. I enjoyed the creature here. So sometimes maybe not the best review overall, but at least I can tell you that hey, it had a good this or that, and sometimes that's where I've tried to kind of focus my reviews. I'm obviously a little tougher on the reboots and sequels and those things I'm tough on, but I think that is fair and to be expected when you kind of go down that avenue. So enough rambling about this movie and other stuff. The Tank, focus, 3 pools of blood out of 5. Again, if you're into the creatures, you want to see a good creature movie, you haven't seen one in a while, and you stumble across this one, I say give it a try. Why not? It certainly wasn't a painful watch, at least in my eyes. Maybe watch some of the stuff that I consider painful watch, and then you know where I'm coming from. And I'm not going to throw out any titles and throw anybody under the bus. Just not. Horrorsgorereviews.blogspot.com is where you can find all of my reviews, written and video. But if you're just interested in these video reviews, subscribe, like, notifications, all that kind of stuff that everybody wants you to do. If not, no problem. I get it. Too much social media. Speaking of social media, Twitter, Facebook, information down below. Follow there too, or not. Up to you. I know it's tough. And in the comment section, did you like this creature or not? Do you even know where this movie comes from? I certainly do not. I just kind of stumbled upon it. So if you've heard about it or know anything about it, feel free to comment as well. So with that, I will catch you on the next review, horror fans.